Hello. Hello, everyone. I just realized that my music has been repeating this whole time. Sorry about that. Let me, I thought I just fixed it. Well, I don't know if we really need background music, but anyway. So it's really dark in here. Sorry, my setup is a little not great. I haven't been streaming in so long and I've kind of forgotten how to do this. And also my room is not really set up for streaming anymore, because I haven't really done this. Like I've been doing other things. But how is everyone today? Let me see who's here in the chat. Preston Rowe, Japan 850R, Square Enix should hire you. Oh, thank you. Game Brass, hello. Thomas, hi. Good to see you all. I'm just going to, well, I guess I can let the music keep playing. I could have sworn I turned the repeat off as soon as I realized, but then it went one more time. So you're just getting the 30 minutes extended version of this track here. But, yeah. 30,000 subscribers. I can't believe it, honestly. I'm like super hyped and yeah, doing well. Just had a trombone group over to jam last night on VGM. Oh man, that's so fun. I wish I had people close by that could jam with me. I really miss that. But yeah, so gosh, sorry. Everything's been so hectic at home lately. And I wasn't planning to do this weekend. Or I mean, honestly, I was planning to do it last weekend, but you know, that was Mother's Day and everything. But then like everything, we're traveling next weekend for the holiday weekend, and then my parents are visiting for a few weeks. And so it's like, okay, we have to do it this weekend. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to do it. So sorry if I'm a little scattered, but I appreciate you all being here. Yeah, so this is just kind of a chill, chatty stream. I don't really have anything planned for this right now. We have the new music video premiere, which I'm super excited about and hope you are too. I just realized I haven't put a full music video up on my channel since December. It might not seem like it because like if I feel like I haven't been here in forever. Isaac, thank you. Thank you. I feel like I haven't been here in forever. It might not seem that way because I've been posting a lot of shorts and other things. But yeah, like I haven't posted a music video in so long. I posted a few like talking things and I have some reactions in the works, but I've been really trying to focus on my album. Like I've really been trying. It's been busy here at home, you know, with stuff, but like as much as I can just to focus on the album, and that's all I'm doing. And I'm super excited about it. We do like albums. Yes, I am. You know, my album backlog, it just keeps growing. And it's like, that was partly why I decided to just kind of change up things, because I'm never going to get to do all the albums I want to do if I don't like actually focus on that. And I'm really excited to like, because I really enjoy doing albums now. I like to kind of do a whole bunch of things at once as a kind of group, as a whole, to have a kind of a plan for that. And I'm really excited for how this album is shaping out so far. I feel like I haven't made that much progress on it since I took my break, but that's just because I've been like really trying to make it a great album. So I just keep adding stuff to it. And by the way, if you want to know more about, sorry, I meant to ask before, no one said anything, but if anything's off with like the levels or whatnot, I almost feel like my mic might be too loud. Should I put it back? Look a little loud here, but anyway, sounds good. Okay, no clipping. Okay, good. Because sometimes I have it set for when I do reactions, and I usually put it kind of far so that it's out of frame, but right now it's like right in front of me, so it might be, yeah, I'll just put it back a little bit. But yeah, so, by the way, if you want to hear more about what the album is, and see previews and stuff, and all kinds of behind the scenes as I'm working on it, like more than I ever usually share publicly, I'm doing that all on Patreon. Because I felt bad that I'm not like doing monthly videos anymore. So I thought, well, I'll just open up the behind the scenes for the album so that anyone that's on there can like see what I'm up to, see that I'm still working on things. And I mean, I haven't shared a ton yet. I shared like the track list and like how I'm organizing to do about it and my progress, but I haven't had a lot to share just because I've been like, I've been recording a lot and I've been arranging a lot. So because of the way my schedule is here, like, you know, I have 2 days a week where my kid goes to daycare, and then like maybe when my husband will take her grocery shopping on Sunday for like an hour, I'll record as much as I can then, and then I'll like, that'll be sitting for a while until I can actually, edit it later. So I haven't had a lot to share yet, but stuff is happening, I swear. Like, I am recording a lot and I am arranging a lot. It's just like not in a shape to share yet. Plus I keep adding to it. I added like a bonus track for the album, for the physical, because I'm going to be doing like a physical and a Bandcamp release for this for the first time ever. I've never done either of these things. They require a large financial investment for me up front. So it's kind of scary. But it's time. I figure it's time for me to try to do this. And depending on how that goes, I'll see if I do that in the future again. So I don't know. I'm probably going to do a pre-order for it just to kind of help offset the cost a little bit and gauge interest, Yeah, it's so exciting. Bro, I've seen you do so many releases and I'm like, I should do that too, but it's so scary. But I've been saving up, hopefully, to try to like do that. And that's also why I'm trying to make this album as good as it can be, because if it's going to be on a physical, like, I want it to be worth it for people to buy it, Yeah, so I've like expanded some of the tracks for ones that were like previously done and added a bonus track for the like physical version. And then of course, like when the album's done, I'm going to drop like a whole bunch of like videos at the same time, like a new music video season. And it's going to be really fun because they're, it's all from the same album and everything. And I can like plan them together. So I'm really hyped about that. It's definitely scarier, but I think there's a lot of help out there now to make it smoother. Plus folks totally enjoy physicals. Yeah, I know. So it's funny, as I was like preparing, like I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do for the artwork. Because that's the other thing is with a physical album, it's more than just the cover. Like I have to figure out like the back and the inside, what I'm going to do. So I started looking at all my CDs to see like what other people have done. And I have a couple of physical CDs that I've gotten from like projects I've recorded on, but I like never open them because I just like leave them in the shrink rack so they look pretty. But I don't have a CD player, so I don't usually like actually listen to them from the CD. I don't have a CD player, but I mean, you know what I mean? It's like not as convenient as like listening to it digitally. So I usually just listen to it that way. But so I found some projects that I had been on that I like had really nice art. And looking at them, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. This is so cool. Just to get some ideas for what I might do. I think I have a good idea for how I can like, like commission the cover art, from a really good artist. But then I think I can do like the inside and back myself based on what I think might be good to do. Hey, Rahul, good to see you. Just rambling on about the album progress and stuff, because that's the big thing I've got going on since I haven't been on here as much. But yeah, so I'm excited. It's neat to like work on that kind of stuff too. There's a lot more logistics obviously that go into planning an album, and especially a physical album, compared to just like releasing stuff digitally. But it's nice. It's nice. I enjoyed that when I was working on the Final Fantasy VII albums. I really liked that. And I was really organized when I worked on that too. I had all of my like organizational stuff figured out in Notion and all. And so now I can just like use that same system, and it's so much easier to keep track of everything. But yeah, I'm really excited. I hope it doesn't take forever. Hello, Thomas. Thanks for being here. I don't know. I feel like my original timeline for the album has already been pushed back a lot, but I'm just trying to make it really great, you all. Like, I really want it to be great. So, yeah. But anyway, for today, so we have a video after this. Like I said, I hadn't done any music videos on here, like full-length music videos, since December. The last one I did, I think, was Southern Village from Echoes of Wisdom, which, like, wow, it feels like forever when that game came out now. I still have a bunch of tracks I want to do from that game. It sure would be nice if that music was licensable, because I could totally do an album or EP of music from Echoes of Wisdom for sure. Maybe in the future, who knows. But Yeah, so this video, and it's a surprise video. I'm not going to say what it is. But it's something special that I had kind of earmarked for a milestone. I think I was originally gonna, thinking about doing it for the 10-year anniversary. But then I already did that like retrospective video for the 10-year anniversary. I just didn't have time to do both. So I thought it'd be fun for this, 30K. Like, it's gonna be a while before I hit another big milestone like this at the rate things are going. Definitely want to exceed on Nintendo Music soon after Twilight Princess. Yeah. Well, Twilight Princess is already licensable though, right? I think it is. I thought it had become more licensable in the past few years. But yeah, with the new Nintendo app, it makes it so much... There's so much more hope that things are going to be licensable. You know? That we're going to get, like, Echoes of Wisdom, maybe, or other games. Pretty heavily, but not streamed yet. Yeah, of course. Yeah. The convenience is great to have it on there. I've really been enjoying listening to, like, stuff like Skyward Sword and, other things that are on the app. Because I haven't actually listened to stuff like that in its entirety because... like, it's not convenient to, hey, Game Brass, yeah, definitely want to get Echoes of Wisdom, yeah, for sure. The music is so good, with some exceptions, but, like, we won't talk about those. But, the music is so good. It's really great for me because so much of the music is heavily wind-based, so when I cover it, it will sound completely different because it's not already with strings. But there are a lot of really good string tracks in there. I was just listening to the Elden, was it the Elden dungeon music? That's like that tango thing. And I'm like, I kind of have thoughts on that track, having been a tango dancer for many years myself. But like, man, that would be so fun to play. I might have to do it just because it does feel right up my alley. But I don't know. I'm trying not to get too sidetracked. I have to finish this album, right? I have to finish this album, and then I can, like, think about other things. But Echoes was fun coming from enjoying Link's Awakening. Yeah, for sure. I like it more than Link's Awakening, actually. That's kind of controversial, I suppose. But I really like Zelda's playing style. As someone who's not very good at, like, jumping into the fray with combat, I really enjoyed the kind of, like, mage approach. Like, I definitely prefer being a mage than, like, a melee player. And also, I thought that the dungeons were less frustrating than Link's Awakening. I don't know. It's hard to say because, like, Link's Awakening came out, I forget what year, but sometimes it's hard for me to judge how much I like games or what I think about them because, like, if it was a game I played a long time ago, back when I wasn't as good or as experienced with certain kinds of video games and genres, then maybe, like, I would have been more frustrated by it. But if I had played it now, I would think differently. Very puzzle friendly. Yeah, I'm not very good at puzzles and dungeons, which is ironic considering Zelda is my favorite series. But, like, I remember the Link's Awakening ones were kind of frustrating at times. And with Echoes of Wisdom, I didn't have as much of a problem. But again, maybe it's because I've done a lot more Zelda games since then. I don't know. But I think that, like, just the play style and the way of, like, the gameplay of, like Zelda herself being, like, so agile and, like, jumping around and stuff just felt much more natural to me. Because sometimes with those 2D Zeldas, I have a hard time, like, not dying all the time. But yeah. It's weird to think, like, I'm just trying to think of, like, what other games are coming out that I'm, like, really excited about. I don't know. What games are you all excited about to play coming up? Because I feel like there's not a lot on the horizon for me personally until Final Fantasy VII Part 3 is announced. I'm trying to think. Oh, there's that DLC for Tears of the Kingdom. That's probably when I will get a Switch too. I'm sorry, not DLC. What am I talking about? It's the... Gosh. My brain. Not the DLC. It's the Hyrule Warriors game, which is also controversial, but I really liked Age of Calamity, so I am really excited for that one. Pokemon ZA is your main focus for this year. What does that stand for? Remind me. Mario Kart World, DK Bonanza, Metro Pride 4. Yeah, there's a lot of good games coming out. They're just not necessarily my fandoms, which is probably a good thing because I don't have a lot of money to be playing a lot of new games these days. New Monster Train. Oh, I didn't know that. I I actually played on a track for the original Monster Train. I was meant to check it out. I don't know if it's available on... It probably is by now available on other systems. Maybe I should see. I've never played a deck building like card game. I have Potionomics because I played on that, and so like I really want to play it. And after playing so much of Queen's Blood in Rebirth, I'm kind of like, maybe I would like card games. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I've never actually played one that was like entirely that. And Clair Obscur, yeah. You know, everyone's talking about that game, and now I feel like I should have at least like listened to the music and reacted to it, or like made a cover of it because it's like so hot right now. But again, I'm trying to focus on the album and not get sidetracked. Split Fiction to play specifically with one friend. It's sadly not compatible. Oh no. Which console is that that's not compatible with? Because that game actually looked really fun too. Hollow Knight Silk Song, which will hopefully actually release. Yeah, I'm actually waiting for that too because I'm really excited. I probably won't play it because I'm not good at that type of game, but so I did a reaction of like Hollow Knight music recently. I haven't posted it yet because I wasn't super familiar with it, and I thought, you know, with Silk Song coming out and everything, and I really liked it. I was just like, oh my gosh, this music is so good. Maybe I should cover some of it because it just feels like really right up my alley. So yeah, and there's this one Silk song that had come out already that I thought was like really cool, and yeah, so I'm hyped to listen to more of it. The Hollow Knight music is something I would happily cover way more while being still way too bad to beat it. I know. The only game I've played kind of like that is Ori in the Blind Forest, and it was a struggle for me to play it. Like, I'm really proud of myself that I finished it, and I still haven't played the second Ori. I played a little of it, but it got kind of hard, and I haven't gone back to it since. It doesn't work with... Okay, Xbox. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I wish I had someone to play something like Split Fiction with. I'm not really into like co-op games as much. Although when I was younger, I like couch co-op, you know, where the person's in the same room. Because I used to do that with my cousins a lot. But now I don't have anyone here. At least until my kid gets older. She's 3 now, so I don't know how much longer I have to wait before I could do like co-op games with her. We're gonna binge it when he visits. Yeah, that'll be so much fun. Yeah, that's always really fun. Oh man. Yeah, there are a lot of great games coming out. It's just like, I feel like for me personally, it's probably for the best with how much games are starting to cost lately. That there's nothing particular, like, because I really do need this time to focus on the album. Because like, when, you know, I was working on the Final Fantasy VII albums when Tears of the Kingdom released. And so of course I knew like I was going to take some time off to like do music from that because I couldn't not. But, you know, that wasn't ideal to like take time off to kind of just completely jump focus. And then with Echoes of Wisdom, it was kind of the same thing, especially because that just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, you know, when they announced that no one was expecting it, and then it was like coming out so soon. I like playing through Far Cry and Borderlands in co-op. I haven't played either one of those. But yeah, it sounds fun. I don't know. I like in-person co-op. I've never really been one to do like long distance. Although I guess it might be different if it was like that I was playing with friends in Discord and like had them on the voice or something. I don't know. But I never got into like playing those games where you're just playing like online and you don't even know the other people that are playing. My husband does that a lot. And I'm just like, I don't know. That's not what's fun for me. Far Cry 5 has the best music. Still Ubisoft's best game. I don't know if I've listened to the music from it before. I'm trying to think. I might have to see like some visuals to see if I recognize the game. You're covering a Final Fantasy VII track to celebrate Rebirth Part 3. Yeah. Which track? I've done a lot of them. And I'm still doing more of them. I definitely want to do spoilers, but I mean, no one's going to remember by the time this happens. But I definitely want to do like a third installment of my Final Fantasy VII double album when the third, you know, Part 3 comes out. Of course, that's not going to be for a while. But I already have like, I was originally this is how crazy I was. I was originally thinking, what if I did a triple album? And then I came to my senses and realized a double album, being the first album project after Baby and also the biggest one I had ever done, period, would be enough work. So I was like, well, I could do a double now and then save the third one for when the third game comes out, because, you know, why not? So that's my plan there. That's my early Call of Duty 2004 experience. Strangers, random servers, hours of my summer gone. Yeah, no, I'm sure it can be fun. It's probably just because I've never done it before. Good morning. Love your videos. Have you ever played the Rune Factory games? There's a new one next week. I'm so excited. Oh, you know, I haven't played the Rune Factory, but I love Harvestella, and I hear it's compared to Rune Factory a lot. So I don't know. Because I've also heard that, like, yeah, I don't really know. You tried Rune Factory 4, too much farming. Yeah, but I like the farming. Although I don't know how much farming there is compared to other things. I'm actually playing Harvestella for the second time again now. Like, I'm getting close to the end of the game, but I always go back to farming games when I'm like stressed, because I find it like it'd be really cozy comfort game, and it's like good for coping when I'm like stressed out. And so usually I will like start a new Stardew farm whenever I'm like working on a new album or like in the finishing stages of that. But this time I just been really craving to go back to Harvestella for a couple reasons, but like, yeah, I really like it a lot. So I wonder if I would like Rune Factory. I didn't know there was a new one. So maybe I'll look into it just to see. 3 birth. Yeah, we still don't even know what the name of the third installment is going to be. Reunion would have been like the most obvious one if they hadn't used that already. So I wonder. You're covering Genova. Oh yeah, that's a fun one. Man, that was my biggest video ever. I actually wanted to like go through and do like a behind the scenes video of that, kind of like auditing how much money I spent on that video and like everything that went into it. But I'm a little bit afraid to actually do that and see. Because one thing I've been considering recently is like, maybe I shouldn't make all of my cosplays. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of money, and maybe I should just spend the same amount of money buying some things, or like, you know, buying more stuff that I don't have to make myself. Maybe it would be a better use of my time. I don't know. Harvestella looks better visually than Rune Factory. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't really know the aesthetic, but Harvestella actually is kind of rough around the edges visually, at least on Switch. I think it looks better on PC, but I'm not sure. You know, coming from like Rebirth, obviously it looks a little rough and unfinished, but you know, I don't care. I love that game, flaws and all. It's obviously, it has had a smaller budget than Rebirth. You still need to play Harvestella, but I've definitely listened to the soundtrack a ton, especially cover. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Oh man. You know, I would love to cover more of the music from that game, but it's so like, no, everyone missed out on this game. It's so sad because it's so good. I'm like the biggest Harvestella, what do you call it? The person that goes like knocking door to door saying like, hey, have you heard of this really great game, Harvestella? Because it's so good. But yeah, and the music especially. Accounting BTS. Yeah, well, I was gonna do it as like a video for my other channel, the one that's more like behind the scenes and resources and stuff, just to be like, how much did my most epic music video cost? You know, just kind of break it down. But I don't know, maybe it's not gonna be that interesting. I definitely need to do it for myself though, at least, because like you know, sometimes, especially when I'm working on a video for so long, like over the course of a year, it makes it easier to like swing it financially, because I'm just like doing a little bit at a time, right? But it also makes it a lot easier for me to like spend a ton of money, because I'm not really noticing how much I'm spending. But yeah, oh sorry, going back, I think if you played Rune Factory, you'll probably like Harvestella. I mean, I'm just guessing, not really knowing much. I mean, because they're compared a lot. And I hear a lot of people saying the Harvestella is better, or maybe just more developed, or more like RPG-like. I don't know. It's so good. Nier Automata's soundtrack is still very memorable to me. That is one that I actually have that on my list of music to react to because I don't know it very well. I have the game. I loved Replicant a lot, but I'm waiting for a time. Like, it affected me a lot emotionally. Like, it put me into a mild depression for a few weeks. Like, not even exaggerating. And sometimes just the way my life is lately, life can be a little rough when you're raising a toddler mostly as a stay-at-home parent. So I gotta stay upbeat, you know? I gotta like watch that I don't get too bummed out about things, especially like existential dread. So like, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for a good moment to play Nier Automata. But I think, yeah, I might just like listen to the music first, because it's not like I haven't heard it before. I just haven't really like sat down. I've listened to a lot of covers of it, but I haven't really like, you know, listened with the intent of like actually paying attention to it and like remembering it. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's so good though. I love the music from Nier Replicant so much. So you know, something I've been playing recently, which is actually crazy, is I just started a new game of Bravely Default on the 3DS, which, you know, because they announced that remake or remaster, whatever you want to, I guess it's a remake, for Switch 2, and like that's coming out like right when it releases. Like that's the biggest incentive for me to get a Switch 2 right away. But since I can't, I'm just like, maybe I should just play it on the 3DS because I played it when it came out. I really liked it, but back then I wasn't very good at finishing games, being consistent with games. I never played like a real hardcore ARPG like that before with job systems and stuff, and I got really overwhelmed. And I think I got to like the 4th chapter, and then I just like really screwed up my job systems, and like it would have taken way too much time to go back and fix it. So I just gave up. But then I read up about the story because I was like, oh, I'm never going to finish this game. I may as well read the rest of the story. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, I really want to play this game now. And so anyway, I thought, like, what's the harm in me playing it on 3DS? Like, really? So I dug it out, and just turns out there is kind of a rough point to playing on a very old system like that. Because this game has a lot of like online stuff and Street Pass features, which I obviously do not have access to now, so I'm a bit of a disadvantage there, but hey, I'm enjoying it. And the music, the reason I brought this up was because, like, well, aside from the music just being great, there's so many similarities between Bravely Default and Harvestella, which is partly why I also wanted to play, because like playing Harvestella was like giving me Bravely Default vibes, and it was just kind of like making me nostalgic for it. But yeah. Sorry, I'm like rambling so much, not checking chat. Didn't care for Nier Replicant's story, but I really like Nier Automata. Got all the endings there. Okay, I really like the story, but I can see like some things about it were not handled very well. I agree on that. It was a little bit, you know, it's a little bit like you got to piece a lot of it together yourself, maybe more than it should be. But I really liked it. Hey Levi, good to see you. RIP Street Pass. I know. Street Pass should still work. Yeah, but that requires me actually passing by people that have a 3DS. Like, who am I gonna... First, I never leave my house, really. And 2, like, who out there is still carrying one around? So, like, there's part in the game where you have to rebuild this village that was destroyed, and, like, when you pass by people, you get, like, little extra helpers that can help you build your village, but otherwise you just have one. And so I only have one, and so it's like to rebuild this one like house takes me 3 hours of in real life time, and to remove this boulder so I can access another part of the village is going to take 99 hours of in real life time. Me leaving the 3DS in like sleep mode. So on the one hand, it's fine because I can just be working and going about my life, and I just open it up every few hours and like click on the next thing, but it would be going so much faster if I had more helpers there. Conventions, yeah, okay, I know, but are people even still bringing them to conventions? Everyone brings their Switch now, right? I mean, also there's no local conventions here, and like I can't really travel right now with the kid and all. So it's just not really possible. Have I played any Metroid games? No, I have not. I never got into it when I was younger, and like, I don't know if it appeals to me per se, but the truth is I don't really know much about it. I want to say the vibes are like not necessarily something that jump out at me right away, so I'd have to be kind of convinced as to why I should play them. Like how I would like it, what I would like about it. But I also don't really know that much about the gameplay or anything, honestly. Mag, I know. MagFest, I miss it so much. I would love to go back one day, but it's hard, you know, with not having parents nearby and like having a small child, like until she's big enough that I could take her with me, which would be fun. It's the only thing you brought to conventions recently is your Game Boy Advance. Yeah. Well, to be fair though, like you were really like an avid collector and into like retro gaming systems and stuff. I feel like most people aren't going to be bringing those. Although I'm sure, yeah, obviously at a convention there's going to be more people than anywhere else. But yeah. So yeah, Bravely Default and Harvestella though, like these games both have like really similar musical style. Like really similar musical style, and also like just very good. They both have that same like tiny feet character aesthetic. I don't know if it's like the same artist that did them. They have a lot of amnesiacs in the storyline. There's fairies. Fairies are like a central character in the games. I'm trying to remember what else. There's just a lot about it that like reminded me of it, and that's why I like thought, okay, I really need to play Bravely Default next. Or, I mean, at the same time, because I'm still playing Harvestella, but it's nice because sometimes I just want to be lazy and, like, play a game while also watching TV. And so Switch or, you know, the 3DS are really good for that. So that's what I've been doing lately. I've just been replaying old games. Do I even have any new games to play? Actually, I do. I have a lot of new games I could be playing. But it's a lot of, you know, commitment for me to start a new game when I'm so busy and I'm just trying to like not get sidetracked too much. Did the music stop? What am I doing here? Oh, it did stop. Should I just start it over again? Sorry. I realized like right before I went live that, and this might be because of like when I got a new computer, well, no, it shouldn't be because I've been streaming since then. I used to have like a little collection of, you know, my stream. Oh, it's because it was my stream starting music. So I didn't used to play streams like the whole time. So I didn't have a little collection of like background music for like a whole hour like I used to on my old computer. What was your opinion of Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom? I did talk about this a little earlier, but I loved the game. I know it's a controversial opinion, but I thought it was a lot easier to play. Like in terms of like gameplay felt more natural and fluid. Just jumping around as Zelda just felt good. And because I'm a mage at heart, I like playing from further back. I don't like jumping in and attacking enemies. So, because I know that's a valid criticism, obviously, for fans of Zelda games that are, you know, used to that, and that's what they like. But for me, I kind of prefer being further back and just like sending out things to do my bidding and pretending I'm like a mage instead of you know, jumping right into the fray. I liked that a lot. And I liked the music a lot. It brought me a lot of joy. I actually dressed up my daughter as Zelda from Echoes of Wisdom for Halloween that year. And a game was announced and I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect for her. Because she's tiny and blonde and it would be so cute and she was adorable. And then I went as Hilda. From A Link Between Worlds. I crushed some Link to the Past yesterday. Amazing how much retro we can play today via Switch or anything. I know, you know, I've never played that game. Maybe one day I will, but I feel like it might be hard for me. Sometimes it's hard for me to go to old games, like old 2D games that are a little harder to play. Just do what my roommate does and have 4 computer monitors all doing different things at all times. That's the only way he spends his recreational time. Okay, but I kind of do that. Like, I've got like Discord over here and like Netflix over here and then my like whatever I'm playing. It's terrible. It's terrible because I'm actually trying to like, I read the book Deep Work recently, and I'm like actively trying to work on my focus and not just doing lots of different things at the same time all the time. So like I'll go play the Switch over in my gaming nook, and I will put my phone away and not even let myself look up stuff on the phone while I'm playing, because I have such a habit of like when a cutscene starts I like pick up my phone. Like, what is that? Why do I do that? But it's just like, so I'm really trying to break those kind of attentional, attention span issues that I'm having. But the inventory screen, is that about Echoes of Wisdom? You mean like the thing when you pull it up and you have to choose, like, yeah, that could have been done better. Look, I'm allowed to like something and also like recognize that it has flaws, Harvestella has a lot of flaws, and for me it's like, do the bad things about the game impact how much I'm enjoying the game? And if it does for you, that's fair. Obviously, there are a lot of games where other people love them, but like certain quality of life issues kind of ruined it for me. So it's just a personal thing, My daughter's playing Echoes of Wisdom. I don't remember much about it when I played it, just spawning beds to heal and solve the majority of the puzzles. Yeah. A Link to the Past is actually a kind of difficult game, yeah. Well, I think like a lot of those 2D, Zelda games, yeah, they're just more difficult for me. I have a better time when I can jump around in games and like, get away more easily. So I do better with like 3D action games than I do with 2D. Because, I don't know, I just tend to like not be as coordinated there. Just covered Seal 07 Maidens from A Link to the Past. I know that name, I know that track, but I can't think of which one it is right now. I mean, I'm sure if I heard it, I'd be like, oh yeah, that one. But I don't know them all by name. Sounds like you might have a case of dopamine addiction. Yeah, well, I also have a case of undiagnosed ADHD that I've been learning how to navigate. So, it kind of feeds into each other. But yeah, it's hard. I notice it's a lot worse too, especially since having a kid, because it's like, there are days that are really hard, and this week was really hard. I have a, the term is a three-nager. She just turned 3, and like, oh boy, it's harder than when she was 2. It's challenging. It's a great age, don't get me wrong. It's really fun, but like, oh boy. Yeah, the button pushing and stuff. And sometimes it's like really hard, and you just like, yeah, it's just really easy to numb out with social media and stuff. So that's why I'm trying to like work on that too, because like the urge is even stronger. I have been actually, after many years of not reading books at all, just because I couldn't really find a way to work it into my life, I've been reading every day. And so a lot of the times, instead of just picking up my phone when I'm with her on my downtime, I just pick up a book instead, and that's been so great. I've read like almost 4 books in the past 2 weeks or something, which is insane for me, because I think reading like 4 books in 1 year would have been like a lot for me before. Which I'm ashamed to say that. Like, the thing is, I used to be a bookworm when I was younger. I mean, I used to read constantly, and then I just kind of stopped completely. A nuanced opinion on the internet, how dare you? Look, I have very strong opinions on things. For myself, I try not to like push those onto other people, because I don't want to start a fight, I don't want to lose friends over video games. So yeah, it kind of bothers me when other people are like too like intense about it, just because I'm like, this is what I like, this is why. And I'm also starting to try to like be okay with the fact that I only like certain kinds of games. Like, no game is for everyone, and not to like beat myself up if a certain game doesn't jive with me, or if I find certain kinds of things difficult. Like, that's just me. That's just what I like. And video games are supposed to be fun, right? Hey, Samantha, good to see you. Thanks for the congratulations. I think I might have a perfect game for you to try. A Short Hike. It's only like 2 hours long and matches a lot of the things you're talking about. I've been hearing a lot about that game recently, but I don't actually know what it's about, like what kind of game it is. So what about it do you think I would like about it? 2 hours long is great though, because I definitely have been kind of Okay. I was about to say, I've been steering away from really long games, but clearly that's not true because I'm replaying Harvestella again. I played Rebirth twice in a row, and I just started Bravely Default, so clearly I'm a hypocrite. But yeah, I am not starting new games that are super long. Well, okay, except Bravely Default. But, because, yeah, it's so much of a commitment. So yeah, shorter games would be nice to throw in as well. Toddlers finally mellow out by 5? I hope so. Well, by 5, she'll be going to school, so that'll be a totally different ball game too. Everything. Okay, but no, like, but tell me about it. Like, what kind of game is it? I'm sure it's great. I hear good things about it. Chill 3D platformer that has the vibe of exploring a JRPG village and talking to people. Okay, cool. Is on Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass. Is it on Switch? Or I have Switch, PS5. I don't have PC. Why do I feel like I should have more systems than that? I mean, I do, but they're all older, I guess. Exploration story, mom, daughter. Oh, okay, I would like that, yeah. I gotta say, some things in some games just hit so much more now that I'm a parent. It's like, oh god. What was I just thinking that I just played recently that was like that? Should be on Switch, okay. I really need to get a Steam Deck one of these days. That was gonna be my next priority after paying off my new computer, but like, now I guess the Switch 2 is probably gonna be next. Depending on when certain things are coming out. I definitely want to play the Tears of the Kingdom Hyrule Warriors like right when it comes out. Because also there might be really good music from it. Probably. Age of Calamity had such good music. I think I had like one of those tracks that I was going to cover, and then I kind of abandoned it because I took too long, and then I was like, ugh, people don't even remember this game anymore. Hello, Fabian. Sorry, Fabian? I'm going to say because I'm assuming it's Spanish. Hello, I'm a huge fan of yours. I love all your Zelda music played every time I need to study, and it makes me company when I'm just chilling around. Greetings from Mexico. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad it works as good study music for you. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of Zelda music. Always working on more. Oh, look, it's 10:52 right now. Well, in my time zone. So in about, what is it, 8 minutes, we're gonna have the new video premiere. Okay, so let me see. Does anyone, oh, well, I don't know if I have the link handy. If anyone has the link handy, it might be in the description of this stream. I hope I put it in the description and can drop it in the chat maybe. It should redirect you straight there, but I don't know if I set it up right. But Calamity is just this addiction I can't explain to people. I know! I get why people don't like it, okay? No game is for everyone. I totally understand why people don't like it. On the surface, I would have thought that I wouldn't have liked it. But then I played the demo and was like, oh yeah, I'm totally all about this. But the thing is, I think I'm mostly about it because like I find the gameplay fun, but also because it was Breath of the Wild. Like I don't think I would have enjoyed it if it was just some other random game that had no meaning for me. But, you know, when Tears of the Kingdom first came out and people were like, oh, it would be so cool if they did, you know, if they didn't do DLC, if they did a Hyrule Warriors game like this, like going back in time, just like they did with Breath of the Wild. And of course, you know, yeah, that would have been a great idea. And they're doing it. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, thanks for putting the link in there, Rahul. Yeah, so this is where the video premiere is going to be. Hopefully it should take you there directly, but if not, there is a 2-minute countdown, so we shouldn't be late. Aparo, thank you. You're so cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. I don't really think of myself as a cool person, but I try to be a nice person. But Zelda music is superb. Absolutely. And it's my favorite franchise for music. Zelda and Final Fantasy. I mean, they're kind of different in that regard. Final Fantasy is more orchestral, of course. But Zelda, there's just something about it. It just like tugs on the heartstrings, you know? Warriors gameplay just doesn't work for me. I tried the Fire Emblem one and Zelda. Both stories looked interesting, but I couldn't take the gameplay. Yeah, super fair. I totally get it, especially for you, because you're not really that into like action RPGs and stuff like that. And so this is kind of like, well, it's not even RPGs, but it's like more button mashing. But I don't know. I got really into it, but you know, the music being really good and the story being really good definitely played a role in that. I don't know if I did try the Fire Emblem one, and I didn't think I liked it as much, but it could have been the time that I played it. It was like right after I had a baby, so I wasn't really in a good place to be playing a new video game. You heard Claire Obscure has good music. Yeah, I've heard that too. I haven't listened to any of it. I kind of wonder if is it too late for me to do a reaction video to it and listen to some of it, because I don't know. That's the only reason why I haven't listened to it yet, just in case I might want to do that. But you enjoyed the gameplay in Age of Calamity but thought the writing was bad. That's fair. That's fair. I liked it only because, I don't know, yeah, it was a little cheesy, but I like stuff like that. And also, it was really emotional, which I appreciate. Like, I'm sorry, but I like games that make me cry. And Breath of the Wild didn't really make me cry at the end. Like, I liked the game. The game overall was phenomenal. But the ending, I just felt was kind of like, eh. But then, like, Age of Calamity just made me feel so much stuff. And Tears of the Kingdom, the ending, too, was so much more emotional, and the game is so much more emotional, and I really like that. Do you prefer the original Final Fantasy X soundtrack over the remastered one? The remastered sounds too polished, in my opinion. Well, I didn't really grow up with the original. I generally prefer remastered tracks unless there is a specific reason that I dislike a certain track, like they did something weird. I will say, like, there are some tracks that I don't like as much. The Besaid Island or Besaid Village one, like where it's like where they just really changed the vibe of the entire track. Like that I don't like. And there's another one. But like then there's like Servants of the Mountain, where the original was MIDI and then the new one was live strings. Of course, I'm going to prefer that one. But I get how sometimes, yeah, like things can come out a little too polished in remakes. There was one track in like Super Mario RPG. Of course, with that one, I'm like really picky because I know the original so well. A lot of times when I played a remaster game, I haven't played the original, so I don't really have a stake in it. But for like Mario RPG, I remember when I first heard like the Forest Maze music, they changed some of the original articulations, and it kind of bugged me. It took some getting used to. Also because I had just done an album of music from Mario RPG, so it was very fresh in my mind as how I thought it should be. But, that's just my opinion. I'm not the composer. I won't get emotional about something unless the character writing is good. Yeah, fair. I can't always predict what I will get emotional over. Because, yeah, sometimes it just I don't know. Sometimes it's just the music. if the music's good. What are some of your favorite non-video game genres, artists, or pieces? Okay, so I'm a little bit across the map on here. I really like Latin music. I grew up like I've been in like the Latin dance scene a lot, so that's like salsa, tango, stuff like that. Latin pop. I really love bossa nova. Everything Brazilian I love. I don't know. I listen to a lot of like indie, kind of like indie rock. I don't even know what you call these genres. Kind of like more chill music, like Kings of Convenience, for lack of a better like way to describe it. I'm trying to think. I listen to a lot of video game music. Oh, and then I listen to a lot of classical music. I really do. I love classical music. Prokofiev is my favorite. Yeah, if you want me to elaborate on classical music, I can, but I don't necessarily think I should nerd out here about it. Because we only have 2 minutes left before the premiere, and that could take a while. I teared up during the orchestra side quest in Tears of the Kingdom where the boy plays in the tree to woo his intended. Oh, yeah. I definitely teared up in a lot of moments in Tears of the Kingdom. It was a lot more emotional for me. Remake of Forest Maze didn't hit right. Yeah. I probably gotten used to it, but like Yeah, it was like in the original it was like da 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 da. Like there was more held notes versus everything just being short da 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 da, and that was what bugged me specifically. Actually, I'm gonna do like a video comparing the old and new Super Mario RPG music. I meant to do it when the game came out, but I haven't played it since then, so now it'll be nice and fresh when I replay it, because I, listen to it with fresh ears. Because I think that would be fun to do. Have you tried the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster? They have an amazing rendition of the soundtrack. I started it, but then I didn't really. Yeah, I actually haven't played Final Fantasy VI in its entirety. That's a game I need to one day go back and do. Okay. Okay, quick question. Last one. Quick follow-up. Rank the classical Bs, Beethoven, Brahms, and Bach, right? Well, Brahms is my favorite. Brahms is always going to be my favorite. And then after... Well, okay. You can't really rank these, though, because they're all so different. Bach is great, of course. I'm not as big of a Beethoven stan as, like, others. So maybe I'll rank him last, but, like, I don't know. I don't want to start a war over it. Okay, so Premiere is starting, so it should be sending us over there. So I think I have to end the stream, and then it'll go straight there. But if not, the link is in the description of where it goes. So, thank you all so much for coming, and I'll see you over at the premiere. Bye-bye.